Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's falconpaladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. And today it's going to be a cheese compilation for July of the year 2021. Bottom left, we have a red Zerg player. It is Zeebs. And in the top right, we've got Corellis, a blue Protoss player with a Protoss spinning logo. Or maybe that's maybe it's a Zelnaga, but that head shape is Protoss, so I figure it's going to be a Protoss warrior. Alright, so hold on a second. We've got an extractor pool here from Zeebs. Maybe Zeebs here is the cheeser. If you want Falcon Paladin to cast your cheese game, send it to him at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. If the subject is not cheese, then I cannot guarantee that your game will be cast. I get a lot of emails, and your email will get buried. Alright, so extractor pool, and I feel like this is going to be a proxy. Maybe just a scouting probe. 6 Lings on the way. Forge coming up. Hear from Corellis. If you're planning on cannon rushing the Zerg player, there are already Lings on the way. So your only hope is that they don't scout this. Oh man, this Overlord is a little bit too far up here. Steebs, you need to put it down here. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. This was chosen by, let's see, 3 out of 5 of the screeners this month. So hopefully it'll be interesting. Hardwalling with a cannon, because there's no hatch coming up here. And a good cannon rusher knows that means it's a pool first play. So, put up a cannon back at your home. And, oh, that is so good. Zerglings can't even hit the cannon. Alright, Forge, how much HP do we have? Like 600? Well, it's a lot less now, but guess what? You bought enough time for the cannon to come up. Boo, yeah. Booyah, indeed. Oh, so we canceled the Cyber Core. I think that's what that was. And just throw up another cannon here, and then this probe's like, well, I don't know what to do with my life. No, this Ling flooding stuff. Look, I've been in your shoes, Zerg player. I've been here before. It does not go well for you, I promise. Or we're queen walking. What? Alright, Zeebs has some thoughts of how to do this. And the answer seems to involve, on 2,000 atmospheres of all maps, queen walking across the map to see what's going on. Oh boy. Alright, well, Overlord has real no vision of anything. I mean, doesn't, like, sees a pylon is here, but doesn't know if there's even a nexus, doesn't know if there's an expansion or not. There is an expansion from Corellis. If you had Banelings, maybe you could bust through here, but with this number of Lings, how many do we have? 24. Place your bets, place your bets. Can 24 Lings get through this before they all die? There's 2 cannons. There's a Zealot that's not helping at all. Okay, so secondary wall is required. Good reaction time there from Corellis. And now the Lings are forced, in fact, to attack the cannons and this Zealot instead of this wall, because these are the threat. And yikes, says Corellis. Zeebs is defeated, and Corellis is your winner. Yeah, when you have a 9-kill cannon, another 9-kill cannon, and a 1-kill Zealot. Only 1 kill on you, honestly? Where did those other kills go? 22 Zerglings died. Oh, I guess some of them... Oh, some of them are just back here. Not that it really matters. Yeah, look. This is how Ling Floods work against Protoss. Either they work fast, or they don't work at all. And if you don't kill the Protoss player fast, and they're any good at playing Protoss, then they're just going to do this. They're going to fall back to secondary walls, they're going to keep building cannons, and you're just going to die eventually. It'll be a slow death instead of, instead of a win. So, well played there by Zeebs. Good read. Well played from Corellis. Good read by Corellis, recognizing, okay, I'm going to cannon rush the Zerg, but he doesn't have a second hatch, so that means it's a pool first, which means I got to throw up a cannon back home rather than here on the Zerg side of the map, and it's just perfectly read, perfectly responded to, and bam. Easy win for the Protoss in game number 1. So that was good. That was something to behold. Anyway, let's check out game numero 2. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're on Romanticide for game number 2. It is going to be Hyper 1 versus Vamek. Top left, it is Hyper 1, spinning Terran logo, makes sense. And in the bottom right, we have a blue Zerg player. It is Vamek with a spinning Protoss logo, which does not make sense. Alright, so this is going to be a proxy from Hyper 1. Thank you very much to my screeners this month, Sniper, Samacron, Aki, Stefan, and Jim, for taking time out of your busy schedules to screen for me. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to be a screener, go ahead and send me an email at falconpaladin@gmail.com, the subject of screener, and I'll go ahead and put you on the list. If you're interested in screening, I don't really need you right now, but if you're interested, I'll put you on the list anyway and send out the zip folder with all of the cheese, and you can screen them beforehand. Alright, man, so this is very, very strange. What is going on here? This is not any proxy that I have seen. Why did you send out 2 SCVs? Okay, so you're blocking the hatch. That's cool. I feel like more Terran players should block the hatch. And, oh, a double hatch block. Oh! Okay, I'm kind of in love with this from Hyper 1. Look at this, the drone can't fight. The drone doesn't want to make an extractor either. And look at this. Ooh, kill this one. Kill this one. Nice, and then run. And then, oh, block without dying. This is some sick play out of Hyper 1. Oh no, Vamic. And Vamic just taps out. Hyper 1's still in the game because he's like, wait, what? What has happened? Yeah, basically. I mean, look, at this point, for all the Zergs out there, if your Terran opponent sent 2 SCVs out to block both of your expansion locations, just throw down a pool as soon as it's obvious what's going on. Like, as soon as the second SCV was here, just throw down the pool, get an extractor, right? Try to get those Lings out fast. Maybe try to sneak a base down here. Okay, that was great. Hyper 1 comes in with some, I don't know if it even technically counts as cheese, but one of the more interesting early game strats I've ever seen. That was hilarious. And great micro from Hyper 1 too. Like, not losing either of these SCVs was not an easy thing to do at all. Manages to pull it off. And yeah, you send the SCVs out fast enough, you can block it. It's like Protoss with their probes. They send their probe out fast enough, they can block it. Hot diggity do. All right, so that, wow, these are moving fast. I like it. Short cheese, good cheese. We'll talk about the rules about the cheese in game number 3. I figured we have some time here, but we don't. So let's move on. We're on Beckett Industries and a TVT. Bottom left, it is a rocket with a rocket raccoon spinning logo, which makes sense. And in the top right, our blue Terran player Jojo Hogger without a spinning logo, which does make sense. Alright, so the rules for cheese. Number 1, keep it under 7 minutes or less. If it's over 7 minutes, it better be an action-packed cheese with a lot of action and a close finish. Okay? We're clear on that? Alright, so no worker rushes is rule number 2, unless it's super interesting, nothing we've ever seen before. Good luck, have fun, I guess, says Rocket. And rule number 3 is the higher level your cheese is, the more likely we are to choose you. If you're a professional player watching this, like if you're, I don't know, watching this and you want to submit a cheese to Falcon, we will cast your cheese. End of discussion. If you're a Grandmaster, better chance, right, Masters? All the way down the list. It doesn't mean if you're a low-level player, we're not going to cast your cheese, because obviously we have low-level stuff all the time, but just the higher level your cheese is, the more better it is going to be, as far as the odds are for casting it. So, Jojo Hogger looks like he's going free. This is definitely an engineering bay timing for a planetary fortress in your main base. So, let's see how that works. We do have a proxy barracks up here from Rocket, a proxy engineering bay at Jojo's attempt. Well, potentially his natural if he ever wants to go there, and I'm not sure that he does. So, alright, this is interesting. The problem with this is if your opponent goes Reaper, he can set up a Reaper back here and kill all your SCVs, and the Planetary can't hit him out here. So this is why you don't open Planetary in TVT. Just a pro tip for all Jojo Hoggers out there. What is... Oh, there's an SCV battle happening in here. And Rocket wins the battle. And then someone else picks up the flame, and somebody kill this SCV. There we go. Alright. SCV down, and then Rocket's gonna lift What? And then Rocket lifts his barracks into JoJo's main base and throws up 2 bunkers right in front. Alright, so as Day9 used to say, there is a base inside your base. And the easiest way to kill a base inside someone else's base is just to kill it at any time. Just attack it. I've been watching old Day9 dailies, some Fun Day Mondays. I miss... I miss the guy. I miss Day9 a lot. To be honest with you... Okay, so bunker's done, Marine gets inside, we're in trouble. The response from JoJo was not good enough here. To be honest with you, like, nobody motivates me to play StarCraft more than Day9, and it's sad to me that he doesn't play anymore. So, alright, well, I mean, doesn't have any dailies anymore. So, Planetary Forger's kind of doing some work, killed a Marine, but again, can't reach this can't reach this bunker. So, I don't know how JoJo Hogger wins this game. I really don't. It's nice he has a planetary. Well, like, this is a factory, right? Yeah, so we get up 1 siege tank, and boom. Planetary is dead. Alright, well, I mean, high-sec auto-tracking, it's a nice idea, but that Marine dies. It's not going to be enough to hit this bunker. It increases it by, like, 1. Rocket calls an offensive GG. Come on, Rocket. Oh! I'm a liar! Look at me lying to you! This planetary can totally hit this bunker. That's kind of incredible, actually. So, Joe's gonna lose his engineering bay, because he can't lift it, because this is StarCraft 2, and not Brood War. Look at these Marines are dying. SCV. Oh, that SCV just out of range, and this bunker is definitely out of range. Alright, so now the Oh, don't do this. Why? Okay, pro tip, never attack a bunker with workers. You just don't have the DPS to make it happen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, every worker, drones, SCVs, probes, it doesn't matter. You cannot kill 4 Marines in a bunker, even if they have no upgrades. Stop wandering Marines into range of this bunker. Joe Hogger, we gotta have the talk about taking care of your Marines. Speaking of Brood War, this is the Brood War skin for the command center. Kind of neat. Not my favorite looking thing, but not bad. Ooh, this bunker. Look at it hitting this. Man, the bunker wars are real. But there's your siege tank. And now, let the games end. It is all she wrote. Okay, again, and Rocket needs to stop wandering Marines in range of this planetary. You can repair, but, you know, you're just going to run out of money eventually, right? JoJo's down to 100 minerals. Wall off, bro, says Rocket. What? You're gonna wall off at a TVT? The better thing to say here is be aware of what's coming into your base and kill it before it starts building things. Oh, hang on. JoJo Hogger's got his own tank out, but first shot from Rocket's tank and second shot from Rocket's tank, and actually we're not attacking the siege tank, never mind. It's a 10 kill planetary, not too shabby, but the repair is real. Honestly, the fact this tank isn't attacking this tank really is a problem. This tank isn't attacking this tank either. Like, these are the only 2 tanks in the history of StarCraft that are in range of each other and not attacking each other at all. Like, 0%. Hang on, maybe... Oh, now it's too late. Now it's too late. Oh, hang on. No, the repair is real. The repair and... oh, gosh. But the planetary is gone and JoJo doesn't have the resources to build another base. So that's a GG. I mean... Interesting hold. It doesn't matter even if you kill this siege tank, man. You're going to kill the siege tank, which is awesome. But, like, it doesn't matter because your opponent has 2 bases. Not that this one's doing anything, but has workers mining, and you have nothing mining. And see how this is going to keep producing units, and your production tab is empty because you can't make... You can make Marines. You can make 1 more Marine with the money you have left, JoJo Hogger. Oh no, an enemy siege tank has pulled out. And in the 1v1 battle where no one's upgraded, first hits really matter. Oh, okay, Jojo Hogger. Good game. Oh, look at the good manner. And Rocket comes back with a GG. Everyone's happy. It was an interesting game, if nothing else. And 7 minutes on the nose. Well done. Well done, Rocket. Good send in there. That was... Classic Rocket game. Honestly, we've cast a bunch of Rocket games before, and I'm honestly surprised it wasn't him that made the planetary fortress inside his own main, because that's something he does. But no, Jojo, he's the guy. He came out with that. You need to respond to stuff in your main base. You just do. If you have to pull some workers to kill the stuff that's building bunkers, if you have to pull, a couple SCVs to make sure that a barracks that's coming over is not going to land inside your base, do that. Totally worth it. Your opponent is sacrificing a lot to make that happen. So, GG. Let's move on. Game number 4 or whatever it is. We got this coming. Here on Juggernautha, top right, we've got a Zerg player. It is CE Darlanio. And in the bottom left, it is a blue Terran player. It is Paladin. I have no idea what that means. Alright, so Overlord scouting with your first Overlord. That is always good. And it's going to be a 12 pool here from CE Darlanio. Or maybe said Darlanio? Something like that. We'll call him Darlanio just for short. Which, is 4 syllables, but... Anywho, walling off the top of the ramp is Paladin because he knows how powerful 12 pools are. And you don't want any Zerglings coming in your main base, no matter what point of the game it is. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing here other than super fast Zerglings from CE Darlanio? Barracks coming up from Paladin, not going for a command center first, which would be fairly disastrous for him. Like, insanely disastrous for him if that were to happen. So this is where you need to follow the professional Terrans, like Maru, right? What you need to do here is send this SCV across the map to see how far along the expansion is for the Zerg player. If you get there and the base is not done yet after your barracks is done, you need to keep the Reaper at home. Your Reaper needs to stay home to defend against the Slowlings, and it's going to be a bit of a micro challenge, but you'll be fine. Now, the trick here is... Oh, no. I was going to say, the trick here is that the Lings might get here super fast, but they're not doing that. These Lings are, in fact, hanging out on the top of the ramp, doing Zerglingy things, enjoying each other's company. Hey there, Todd. How are things? Oh, just hatched out of an egg about 30 seconds ago. How about you? Oh, yeah, same here. Just enjoying this beautiful weather today. You're in Juggernautha. Stepping off the creep is always a weird experience the first time you do it, but it's not too bad. So this is going to be an attempted Ling flood. Which, alright. Also, Paladin is not sending the SCV across the map and isn't making a Reaper either. So this really should... Here's the thing. If these Lings go, and they are, they really should just win this game. Paladin might just absolutely 1,000,000,000% be dead. There, he didn't fully wall off, which we talked about it. We talked about how important it is to fully wall off. Oh, and he's supply blocked too. No, Paladin, don't be supply blocked. Wait. Oh, he's out of supply block. Okay, good. Never mind, we're good. It was a temporary setback. Speed is, like, almost done. I don't think it matters. Slow Lings are going to win this game. Oh, now the speed is done. And, that's it, man. If you have... Okay. So, yeah, this many speed things. Paladin's not running his SCVs. There we go. Now there's the running of the bulls, running of the SCVs, and he's just making Marines and a Hellion. Which, okay, all right. We're going to hold position. That almost worked. Hold position SCVs around the Marine, but like, ow, ow, ow. Okay, so maybe this Hellion with all the best micro in the world can hold this off, but you know what? We don't have the best micro in the world here, and in fact, these Lings decide to completely spare the Hellion instead of killing it. It's 15-4 total workers. Look at these Lings. Like, there we go. They were ignoring that Hellion so hard. That's it, man. We are done. Brutal 12 pool. No wall off here from Paladin. And CE Darlanio is just making more Lings. This is how we win. Top Bion throws the GG. There we go, and a good game. He could have been a jerk about it and lifted his command center and made Darlanio chase it around and like tech up to Spire, which, lame. That would have been such a lame move. But no, Caught Bion is a gentleman and a scholar, and he GG'd out instead of floating his buildings. 1 million points to you, Caught Bion. Also, nice 12 pool. CE Darlanio, sometimes you get lucky. And your Terran opponent doesn't wall off the top of the ramp. Sometimes Protoss do that too. So, you know, the lower league you're in, the more likely this is that it's going to happen. So, good game. Moving on. We got more cheese to cast. We're on Romanticide. Top left, Hyper 1 as Protoss with a spinning Terran logo. Doesn't make sense. Bottom right, Blue Terran. It is Shapoopy MTG. Which could be Magic the Gathering or Meeting, I guess. That's a fairly common abbreviation for meeting, I suppose. Anywho, what do we got coming up here? Hyper 1, Pylon, doesn't tell us anything. Supply Depot, doesn't tell us anything. Did you know there used to be a time, for a long time, where actually barracks could be built before your Supply Depot? But barracks rushes were so strong that Blizzard was like, no. We're not doing that, and you have to have a Supply Depot first, and then you can start throwing down your barracks. So this slows down the timing on that a little bit. It is a gateway here from Hyper 1. A lot of Terran representation this month, which is fine. Like, I'm not worried about it. We've got Zerg, we've got Terran, we've got Protoss. Everybody's represented well here. It's just more Terran than usual, which, yeah, it's totally fine. Can't, not going to complain about it at all, is what I'm trying to say. Both these SCVs actually having to fight here. That does delay barracks construction a tiny bit. Annoying stuff for sure. Wait, Hyper 1 is the Terran who double blocked the expansion of the Zerg and won in like 2 minutes, right? So this is Hyper 1 playing Protoss, which is that's a different experience. I like it a lot. And the Cyber Core, because your opponent, you don't know if they're expanding yet. And actually, check this action out. Oh! The Pylon block, and then the SCV snipe, or technically maybe an SCV snipe. SCV run! Run! One more to zap and you will die! Oh, made it to the safety of inside your own base. Great. So Command Center gets built out, which is cool. Alright, so Command Center being built on the high ground here. He's worried about more probe harassment down this away. And it is a Reaper. Oh, defensive Reaper, I was going to say. Alright, well. Never mind, the Reaper is moving out now to see what's going on, but the problem with that is usually there is an Adept or a Stalker to murder this thing, but guess what? There's not one from Hyper 1. He has no army units at all, so suddenly this Reaper turns into a much bigger problem than it normally should be. Look at this Reaper. He's so convinced if he goes in there he'll die that he's not going in there. Hyper 1. Oh, Hyper 1 dodges a bullet there. This Reaper could have messed up the mining of all of these probes, made them run away, forced them to dodge and chase after a Reaper, which they don't want to do, but instead he's out. He leaves. Robotics facility opening from Hyper 1. Factory on the way from Shapoopy. And finally landing his second base here at about 3:30, which is late. But, you know, better late than never. It is actually sooner than Hyper 1's second base, so I think we're cool. High def. Man, that is also something. If you try to watch StarCraft casts or Day 9 stuff from like 2010, the HD technology just isn't really there. Like HD is 720, right? And even then, it's not that great. And internet speeds weren't super hot, and just there's a lot of artifacting going on, and the quality's not fantastic. And just we take this for granted that we can do this, right? Look how beautiful this looks. Does not look that beautiful. I promise you it doesn't look that beautiful. So go back and watch a Day 9 Daily from 2010. Alright, so Hyper 1 doing a slow warband. Man, I slowed that down and that Stalker took longer. Alright, so siege tanks, but literally nothing else. Did you really just open 2 siege tanks? Alright, well, Shapoopy's in trouble. I think you can kill this siege tank, guys. I really believe you can. Killing this natural base is a fine thing to do on a summer's day. But, also killing this... Okay, Hellions, no. Hellions, no. This is not... Ow. Again, it's 1 siege tank that is the problem. You can kill it. Oh, the shield... Back it up. Shield batteries, go. Ooh. Ooh. And it's also fun watching Day 9 and hearing him talk about how we don't have shield batteries and we don't have lurkers. Oh, now you wish you'd killed that tank. Now there's 2 tanks. And 2 tanks is scary. Warp Prism in the house. Warping in some Zealots would be nice. Nope, just the Stalkers. This is parting style PvT. We just make Stalkers. Parting would get Blink. But, you know. Blink, Warp Prism stuff counts as Blink, technically. It is a Blink style of a thing. Remember the terrible maps we had back in Wings of Liberty, like Steps of War and Lost Temple, where there were high ground, where there was high ground above your natural and certain players died all the time to like Thor drops up there and tank drops and stuff? Ah, good times when maps were bad and nobody knew what they were doing. And like, okay, is this working? No? Hey, Zealots! Oh my gosh. So Zealots are much better against the siege tanks. They can take more hits. They can get within the minimum attack distance. It's fantastic. Also, in one of the Day 9 Fun Day Mondays that I watched, he talked about this super strong TDP opening where you make Marines Marauders 1 medevac and 1 Raven and go. And he's like, and you can't kill it. And I was like, what? Then it reminded me that point defense drone used to be a thing. It's like, oh, a point defense drone rush. That kind of makes sense against Protoss. It makes all of the Stalkers useless. And then suddenly, like, your Marines and Marauders are pretty good, and Anyway, just different strategies for different times. Yeah, this is pretty much over. Shapoopy doing his best, pulling them boys, bringing them SCVs into the battle. But siege tanks dying all over the place. Shapoopy actually doing much better than I thought he would based on this opening. So, dude, the shield batteries, though. The shield batteries, though. You know what shield batteries don't help with are siege tank shots, as that Stalker dies. Once again, unloading on top of the siege tank, forcing it to unsiege, and bam, wiping it out. Whew, close thing, though. Very close thing. In the meantime, look at all this mining that's going on over here. Dude, Shapoopy. Putting in all the work. Stalkers and shield batteries. Look, Stalkers without shield batteries are amazing against Hellions. They just are. Hellions actually killing a Stalker. Again, should never happen. Because that's why. That's why it should never happen. Shapoopy's got a 3rd base up, which is a little interesting. And by golly, Hyper 1's got a 3rd base too. So again, the rule generally is, if it's longer than 7 minutes, it better remain interesting and have a close finish. So we'll see how this goes. Like, is this something where Hyper 1 maybe gets counterattacked and it turns into some kind of crazy base race? We'll have to see. And also, another thing that will take you back to 2010, if you're a longtime StarCraft 2 fan, is he talks about how 4-gating Protoss are at the top of the ladder with like 1800 MMR in Diamond, right? Oh, that takes you back, doesn't it? When Diamond was the highest rank and 4-gating Protoss were the best you could be at StarCraft for a while. Oh my gosh, it took me back. This is such a nostalgia trip. Alright, well, Hyper 1, we are focusing on your game. It's just basically been Stalkers versus Hellions for the last couple minutes. This base being up for Shapoopy is amazing. He's continuing to make siege tanks. You know what wouldn't be terrible here is like Marauders, but you keep making Hellions, dude. I guess maybe you're worried that there will be some Zealots warped in or something. It's possible. It's entirely possible. Look at this War Prison. Just almost with impunity. Once again, unloading Stalkers onto a siege tank. Not something you see every day. Siege tank gone. How many? He's killed 7 siege tanks, and they just keep coming, and they won't stop coming. Alright, is this our death blow? He's the... Nope, there's another tank out. There's another tank out, everybody. Sieging on the ramp. Move out! What are my orders? Oh, boy. Okay, well, already he's got 3 kills. He's been alive for about 10 seconds. Yeah, this is turning into... What's your follow-up? He didn't have a follow-up. He's 5 warp gating. Dude, this is just like from 2010. He's warp gating against this Terran player. Yeah, do you remember when you used to be able to warp in just with a pylon in 2 seconds? You didn't have to have a gateway or a nexus nearby. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Siege tank, one-on-one fight against this Stalker. Gonna win because, obviously. But suddenly, the army value for Shapoopy's down to 16. And Shapoopy GG's out. Alright, so yeah, that was definitely some non-stop aggression that finally closed out here at about 10 minutes. And Hyper 1 is your winner. Resources lost, 8,000 for Shapoopy, 5,800 for Hyper 1. Yeah. Alright, good stuff. Let's keep this ball rolling. It's gonna be good. We got more cheese. We got some more, some heavily recommended cheese. How's that sound? We're on Submarine, so it's a bit of an older game, but the screeners checked it out. So bottom right, we've got Inferno, a red Zerg player. That makes sense. And in the top left, it is a blue Protoss named Tragedius. Tragedius. Which kind of sounds like maybe like a Roman name. I don't know. So both workers are pretty darn suspicious at their move-out timing, unless the probe just wants to block the hatch, which is not suspicious at all. Alright, so Gateway is coming up. He's not planning to cannon rush the Zerg player. Just maybe blocking the hatch. And Inferno has a proxy hatch coming up at the third base of Tragedius. No, that's not how you say it. Tragedius. Wow, that is hard to say. And then a pool coming up behind that, which the probe scouts this, by the by. Says, très intéressant. What are we doing here, mon ami? And the answer is proxy hatching. We got ourselves a forge on the way and a gateway. Alright, so we're just gonna wall off. Maybe getting a cannon? Yeah, okay. Like this cannon placement quite a bit. Because Inferno gonna make some Lings to run across and try to help with this, or gonna wait for the hatch to finish and make the Lings here. Honestly, does he know he's been scouted? He doesn't know. He does not know he's been scouted. He doesn't know this cannon is coming up. Ah, woe is Inferno, for he is going to be a sad panda here in just a second. Yeah, he's like, oh, we're getting cannon rushed at this location. How droll to be cannon rushed when I'm proxy hatching. Is this a new experience? This might be a new experience for you. Alright, well, we've got a pair of Lings coming out, not going to do much. Another set of Lings, sure. Maybe, okay, but the Lings die without killing anything. It's not ideal. So this Queen's going to pop, right? Yes, the Queen is going to pop. And this Zealot's going to die. Now this cannon alone has got to kill all of these Lings and that Queen, which it can do. Because cannons are amazing. Oh, hang on. Kill the Lings. Kill the Lings, though. The Lings are the bigger problem here. Okay. All right. so he does get rid of the cannon. This queen is dead to this. Oh, hang on. More Lings popping out. Never mind. These Lings very bravely defending their queen here. Let's throw down a creep tumor or inject. Okay, yeah, you have a bunch of energy. Now you have 25 more energy. You can inject or throw down a creep tumor. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. No? All right. Fine indeed. Shield battery cannon. Tragedigus is sitting back. He's in full defender mode right now, and I can't say that I necessarily blame him for that. So forward pylon, or defensive pylon for Tragedigus is done. But look, you have enough energy to throw down a creep tumor. Get a creep tumor down. Come on, Inferno. Ooh, and then a second proxy hatch for extra larva purposes, I suppose. Alright, man. Ooh, it is 16 Lings. Slow Lings, mind you, because we have no gas. Because gas is for losers and babies. Zerg players, real Zerg players win with nothing but slow Lings and queens, baby. And without creep spread either. No creep. Dude, make another queen. Throw down. Again, this queen has 50 energy now. You can inject twice. You can throw down 2 creep tumors. The possibilities are endless. They are endless for you. Inferno. Alright, man. So what do you want? A Void Ray? A Void Ray would not be bad. They're not great against queens, but you know what? There's only one, and it's really injured already. So it's like clubbing baby seals to death. If you make a Void Ray here. We'll see what he does. So here's where the Lings decide to come. This Shield Battery Cannon Stalker Zealot special. Alright, well, at least, you know, we've seen Zerg players today throw themselves to death in this situation, and by golly, Inferno was smart enough not to do that. The problem is, it is a Void Ray, by the way. The problem is that what do you do instead? Because to get through that wall, I'm afraid you need gas. You need Banelings or Roaches, Ravagers, ideally. Maybe you want to make some Mutalisks and just bypass this whole front door situation altogether. Come in here and kill these probes. You're a long way off from that is the problem. So this is where one Void Ray kills a queen, especially with, well, shield battery support helps a lot. But maybe go? You made a Void Ray to deal with this. Are you afraid, Void Ray Captain? Again, where do you sit in this thing? Is there a cockpit? Not convinced there is. Yeah, see, behold, you don't prismatic. You're prismatic alignmenting, not things that are armored. Okay, for those in the back, prismatic alignment increases your damage versus armored targets like overlords and hatcheries and roaches and tanks and marauders and stalkers. It does not increase damage against anything else. Only armored targets, and Zerglings and queens are not armored targets. Queens are psionic. Okay, so Inferno decides the slowlings must be enough, and they're not. And Tragedigus Tragedigus is your winner in, 6 minutes and 6 seconds, because of course he is. Great scout, recognizing the proxy hatch. Inferno doesn't understand the importance of... Oh, he took the gas. Did he actually mine any gas? I don't believe he did, because he only ever made things that cost minerals, and his gas at the bottom is 0. So I think he got 2 extractors, and then was like, never mind. Gas, again, is for lesser Zergs. I will win with slow Lings at 6 minutes. He did not. Okay, got a couple more cheese submissions that were chosen by the screeners to go. So hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's keep this ball rolling. It's Beckett Industries and a TVP. Bottom left, red Terran player named Vitali Top. And in the top right, it is a blue Protoss named F Your Day Up. Wow. That's a little aggressive, F Your Day Up. We're gonna cannon rush? Haven't seen a good cannon rush versus Terran in a while. That's because good Terrans know how to handle a cannon rush. Alright, what are we doing? Please just tell me it's something crazy here from F Your Day Up. That kind of a name, and you're not gonna cheese someone? Pylon. Oh, it's not a cannon rush based on that location, though. It's just gonna be, like, I don't know, Void Rays, maybe. It's a weird place for Void Rays, though. I guess you can throw up some shield batteries here and attack with your Void Rays into this natural, and you're pretty cool. I mean, there's actually... This is a gateway. So double gate, interesting. Triple gate, but this is not a viable strategy. Do not do this, anyone. Do not open up Zealot 3. Oh my gosh, 4. Don't open up Zealot 4 gate against Terran. Don't do it. It might work today against Vitaly Top, but I promise you it will not work forever. It will not work against any good Terrans because you just make a wall and you build some Marines and Zealots, or Marauders, and you sit behind the wall and you laugh at the Zealots. Ha 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 ha. You say, I love this. Vitaly Top is like, oh no, he did scout. Okay, so he does throw down the engineering bay. And then... Yeah, so then he scouts and he sees there's no gas and there's nothing inside the Protoss base and says, what is happening? Oh, there are Zealots. Whoa! Yes. Yes, get inside the bunker. Get inside the bunker. Good repair. I like a good repair, I do. Alright, so there's a Marine inside the bunker. The Zealots must back out. There's just, see, this is the problem. The Terran has successfully walled. And, now look at this bait, too. The Reaper's like, hey, oh, but he can't get through the wall, so he has to go around and then hop up. So, this is where we live for the next little while. It's repair versus Zealot attack. Alright. After your day up is refusing to admit defeat. Why is this? So this is the Protoss version of the last game where slow Lings were trying to defeat a Protoss wall. This is slow Zealots trying to defeat a Terran wall. It has very similar results. Extraordinarily similar results. Oh my gosh, gas is coming up from F your day up. And he's getting a cyber core. Alright. Oh, hang on. But there's a proxy factory here for Vitaly, and... Ooh. Ooh. You're gonna walk widow mines into the mineral mine? Oh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Man. If you can hear that, that's my boy outside my office on his hoverboard, which has a Bluetooth speaker playing Coconut Mall music from Mario Wii. Spent a lot of time on Mario Wii. The music is so good. Alright, so let's see what's going to build from this factory. Dun dun dun, what's it going to be? Build something, though. But maybe actually build a thing. It is a widow mine. Yay! Oh, he's getting an armory, too. An armory would be sick. A permacloaked widow mine inside your mineral line. Death. Death. Alright, so we're getting, ooh, two widow, oh no, just one widow mine bravely coming, oh no, why? Okay, that could have been so much worse. That could have been so much worse. Oh, is this bait? Is this bait for the other, oh, he's dragging him away from the factory. So Protoss is like, wait, where did that widow mine come from? Was it a widow mine drop? Round dos. Oh my god. Okay, so this time he didn't bring all of the probes over. That's nice. Also, man, if you're gonna do this, get an armory. Okay, again, we're just sort of... Ah, that probe! That probe took its friends with him. Oh no. Hey, we got stalkers now. It's a different ball game, everybody. Widow mines doing great against these zealots. One bunker trying to hold the day. Repair the bunker. No, the SCVs are too afraid. They don't want to repair the bunker. But now they're ready to fight, I guess. Whatever that's all about. Worker count is 17 to 12. Okay, so this is where F Your Day Up loses all of his probes. No! Look at him responding to this! Oh my gosh. Ah! Down to 7 workers and... Oh, did we win that fight? How? Wow, that back went far. Sorry. Oh, the siege tank. Oh, the friendly fire on the siege tank is really killing a lot of SCVs. Like, a lot. A lot of SCVs. Alright, so now... Oh, probes fighting against the Widow Mines. They killed one. Seriously, though, an armory from Vitali Top would be game-winning. It'd be game-winning. Alright, so Hellions dealing with the Zealot that wandered in. I like the Hellions and the siege tank as a response to this Zealot Stalker stuff. F Your Day Up doesn't have any monies. He just doesn't have any monies at all. Reaper dead to a slow Zealot. Yeah, this is not the highest level of play. But you know, it's making for some entertaining moments anyway. Again, armory. Pro tip for Vitali Top if you're watching this. Get an armory. Also, put your SCVs back to work. Get an armory so that your Widow Mines are permanently cloaked all the time. And then, if there's no detection from F Your Day Up, he just dies. I mean, this is a terrible building attack army. Hellions. Wow, and Vitali Top just wins. F Your Day Up, GG's out. Oh, you found my warp gates. Whatever will I do? Also, this Widow Mine. It's 11 to 10 workers, though. Like, for all the damage the Widow Mines did up here, SCV count is not healthy. Vitali Top is not mining with half of his workers anyway. And a bunch of SCVs died here when the tank was firing on the Stalkers, and the poor SCVs were in the general vicinity. Ah, brutal. Brutal, brutal stuff. So, weird, scrappy game for sure. And Terran gets the win here against the Protoss. So, once again, don't do this. Don't do slow Zealot attacks. No, it's bad. It's always bad. I love you, but don't do it. Alright. Let's do final game of the day. We'll be back. It's going to be a PvP. And we know how crazy PvPs can get. 2,000 atmospheres for our final game of the Cheese compilation. Bottom left, red Protoss player Corollas, and in the top right, a blue Protoss player. It is Mima, with a spinning logo of, I think, is that a hybrid? I feel like it's a hybrid. I don't know. A lot of portraits in StarCraft 2 these days. Alright, now this is always fun, is determining who is the cheeser today. And this probe timing is, I don't know, a little suspicious, or as the kids would say, a little sus, but also could just be scouting, so we're not going to worry about that at all. There is a forge coming up, and a gateway at home, and a gateway at home here from Mima. So everybody's pretty safe. Like, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, these openings are fine. It's early gas from Mima, though. What is the plan here? Is this a fast Void Ray play? Are you planning on doing some proxy, you know, some proxy shield battery stuff, which we haven't seen any of, honestly, this month? I mean, I guess the proxy shield battery stalker stuff, but I was thinking more along the lines of proxy shield battery Void Ray type things. Cybernetics core, so nothing's crazy here. Honestly not. What is Corollas doing over here, though? I guess maybe just scouting. Wanted a mouthful of minerals to bring back home. This, again, Mima's probe placement here, I'm worried about this if I'm Corollas. I probably want to... Okay. I don't think Krolus would have noticed this probe except that the probe zapped him, so now he knows that it's here. At the very least, he should have some kind of awareness. Ah, here we go. So Proxy Stargate from Krolus along the right side. Warp gating, or warping out Stalkers, Chrono boosting out Stalkers real fast before Warp Gate is complete. And, Mima's got his own forward pylon here. So what is the plan? Robotics facility, gateway. Probe comes in for the scout, sees there's a pylon missing, right? You should notice there's a pylon missing. I guess maybe... didn't see this one. So I'd be a little bit worried if I was Krolus about what's going on from my enemy blue Protoss here. Well, both players making Stalkers. Nothing exciting yet, honestly. Man, look how cool this Robo looks in this skin, though. What? Opening wide, creating immortal, chrono boosting out, and immortal. Okay, so it's going to get real interesting real fast. Stalkers with shield batteries here for Mima, which is a real great answer to things like, I don't know, oracles, which Krolus is building. So, I don't know. Both players, I kind of feel like, are fairly well prepared for what the other one is doing. That said, Immortal showing up inside your mineral line is not good. And he's chrono boosting out a Warp Prism there. Excellent. Oh. Is he going to force field? Oh, he's going to force field Krolus out of his own base. All right, so there's 2 oracles with, 3 oracles. And the Stalkers are leaving their post. There's nothing to protect these probes. Oh, no. Oh, probe scouted this stuff. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go now if you're going to do this thing. So Warp Prism doing its thing. Sort of. Really trying hard. Unload, 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 unload. Force field off the ramp. Go to town on the main base. Meanwhile, the oracles, they have a lot to say. And the shield battery can't save the day. Yeah. All right. Well, yep. Full on base race happening right now. Okay, so this is actually going pretty well for Krolus. I know he's losing everything inside his main base, which is bad. But worker count greatly favoring Krolus right now. These probes, force field off the ramp. Oh, the force field! All the probes are dying! Oh, that probe is surviving! That one probe is surviving. These probes are running back to the relative safety of a cannon. By that, I mean there's not any safety at all. So, that almost dropped an immortal. That would have been so good. Mima, if Mima was a better player, he'd been able to save that and make this happen at the same time. But fortunately for Krolus, he's not that. Where did your immortal? Did you have 2 immortals? Okay, maybe the second immortal is the one that we made along the way. Alright. So yeah, we are base race mode. Void Ray is here from Krolus to help kill buildings because oracles are bad at that. They used to be better at it. Oh, Krolus. Oh my gosh, wait, Krolus can build a new base. Krolus has a probe and 400 minerals and can build a nexus over here. That's massive. Oh, never mind. Built another Void Ray. Just kidding. Not interested in another base. Wants to win the base trade instead. Fair. That is a gutsy choice, though. Yeah, so this Immortal's got 11 kills. You know where
Our pylon is under attack.
where all of Krolus's stuff is. You just gotta get there first before all of your stuff dies. Mima has a probe too. Build an assimilator. But yes, okay. Assimilator there, and then build one like way over here too. Run! Where's your War Prism? Use the War Prism for the slower units. Dude, this is tight. This is extremely tight right now. Okay, Mima's being revealed, which means Mima's assimilator up here is being revealed. And we're going to bring some units down and try to defend this Stargate. You need to work together. Oh, the last probe for Protoss is dead. Guardian Shield? Oh my gosh, you just lost 2 of your Stalkers already, though. Look at this defense. Oh, Protoss on the defense. Killing the Immortal, because that's the concerning thing here. So the Immortal dies, and I think that's it. Oh, everybody needs to kill that Pylon. Final Pylon. Final Pylon. It's so close, and he does save it. 90 HP. 90 HP. Good game, says Mina. Wow. Says Protoss, and yeah. That's what we're talking about. That is the kind of crazy cheese that we love to see. Proxy Stargate versus Proxy Robo Facility, and Protoss wins by the skin of his teeth. The skin of his teeth right there. 90 HP separated him from losing. The end. Wow. Well, that was great. That was a ton of fun. What an absolutely great cheese compilation for the month. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did as well. Again, send me your cheese to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. And I think that's it for today. So thank you so much for watching. That's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a cheese compilation. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.